Families that have lost someone here to come over and stand with me. We're getting ready to get going on a march, y'all. But before I do, I just want to acknowledge, it's important that we always acknowledge the people that have lost loved ones here in the state of Minnesota. And we're getting ready to take off. So, I'm wondering, because of the amount of people, should we march? Hell yeah! Okay, I'm just wondering, should we march or should we just all caravan? Let's march? Okay. Everybody's saying let's march. Okay, now we're going to talk.
If Amir don't get it, 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 if Eric Garner don't get it, if Eric Garner don't get it, if Eric Garner don't get it, if Eric don't get it, if Eric don't get it, if Eric don't get it.
St. Paul Police Department that lynched my son's father, Justin Tyen, Cordell Handy, Marcus Golden, Amir. They would help lynch Amir Locke. So we marched from there. I'm so proud of all of us for making it. But I want to say that side of speech, and I want you guys to listen to the words of this speech. We got a duty to fight for our freedom. No. I'm sorry, y'all. Before we start chanting it, I want you guys to listen and understand what you're repeating, understand what you're saying. We have a duty to fight for our freedom as human beings. We have a duty to stand up for our loved ones who do not have a voice to speak for themselves. We have a duty to fight for our freedom. We have a duty to win against this corruption. We have nothing to lose but our chain, guys. the chains that they are trying to keep on us, to try to keep us down, to try to keep us under oppression, for the families, for the men that are locked up for crimes that they did not commit. We have a duty to win, and we have nothing to lose but our chains, and we must love and support one another. We must do that, because these people, these corrupted people, white supremacy, they have a system. It's embedded into the police department. It's embedded into the jails where people are dying unjustly. They have a system, and we have to have a system. They have people. When we talk about a system, we're not talking about a magical system. We're talking about people that are willing to have each other's back, to back each other up in this corruption. So that means that we have to back each other up when we're standing on righteousness. And we're standing on righteousness. We have a duty to fight for our freedom. We have a duty to fight for our freedom. We have a duty to win. We have a duty to win. We must love and support one another. We must love and support one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have nothing to lose but our chains. We have a duty to fight for our freedom. We have a duty to fight for our freedom. We have a duty to win. We have a duty to win. We must love and support one another. We must love and support one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. 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 All power to the people. Give yourselves a round of applause for making it.
If you don't get it, if George Floyd don't get it, if George Floyd don't get it, if George don't get it, if George don't get it, if George Floyd don't get it, George Floyd don't get it, George Floyd don't get it, if George Floyd don't get it, if Bill Quinn don't get it, Bill Quinn don't get it, Bill Quinn don't get it, if Bill don't get it, if Bill don't get it, if Bill don't get it.
I'm not even going to say much, because you guys showed them that we're serious about our fight for justice. So I just want you to give yourselves a big round of applause for showing up today and standing in solidarity with stolen lives here in the state of Minnesota. Black lives, black lives, stolen lives, stolen lives, stolen lives. So hey, please enjoy yourself. Thank you for coming.
But we do believe that that's going to guide us and keep all of us, keep us safe, and keep this movement going. So safe.
Oh, let's bow our heads before the Lord. Come on, somebody. We're going to respect the Lord. Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you for what you're doing. Father, we pray that you will bring your presence all around us. Father, keep us safe. Put your angels around us. Now, put your angels around the families. Now, Father, don't let us be weary and well-doing, but let us keep fighting for what needs to be fought. The good fight of faith and justice. God, I pray over to Shira and her team. God, bless them. Keep them going even when it gets tiring. In the name we pray. God, restore our hurt. In the name we pray. Let the church say amen.
Amen. Thank you. So,
And his mother Karen Wills, and all of our family. We all stand here in solidarity. No, she's coming. I'm waiting. I was waiting. To each of the families that are here, what a show out today. We done showed up, we showed out. Justice for all of our family members. Let me see y'all hands up one time. Everybody hands up. We've all been affected. We've all been affected from our family members or someone that we know, life that was stolen. We stand here in solidarity. We stand here with peace in our hearts. We stand here knowing that we're going to get justice. Do y'all know in y'all hearts that we're going to get justice? Yes! Do y'all believe in y'all hearts that we're going to get justice? Yes. Know this, it's a higher power, regardless of what you believe in. There's a higher power that's covering each of us. That we were able to walk these streets with the police on every block.
That's right.
That we were able to walk these streets and make it to here today. We made it here because God knows that justice will be served. God gets the last word. Who gets the last word? Who gets the last word? Justice, and I'm going to say this, and we're going to do this collectively. I want everybody to yell out their family member's name or somebody that they know at the same time. Justice for? Justice for? Justice for? Justice for? Say it again. Say it again. Justice for? Justice for? The reason that I did that is because no one was forgotten. You see that? You see how easy that was? Do it again. Justice for? Justice for? Justice for? Everybody's voice was heard. Blessings.
I just want to say we want to thank everybody for being here. We have always stood in solidarity with not only for Amir, our son, but also for all the families that are here, for the families that are not here. And one thing y'all got to understand, that when we say their names collectively, we are raising them up from the grave to be standing here with us. That is a spiritual thing. So we're going to continue to say their names and educate ourselves on what we're doing when we actually say their names. There's a lot of power behind that. Right now, y'all, look at the sun. Just look over there. Look at the sun shining. That is our loved ones letting us know that we are going to get justice. We are going to get justice. Believe that. And like I said, no more murdering our loved ones. Y'all keep murdering our loved ones on stolen land, and we don't take back for whatever was stolen. And I mean that. Justice for Amir Locke and all stolen lives, and that's it for me.
Justin Tiger, don't get in. If Justin Tiger don't get in. Shut it down. Black lives. 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 Black lives.
We have the brother of Ricky Cobb. Thank you.
Blessed saints. This is what God look like. We all have one thing in common, or two. We're humans, and we're here out of pain, but this is love. Moving forward, we gotta move together like this, so they can't keep getting away with that. I will move forward with my brother with me, and we can go further with the people together. And we all know the word. Let's stick with it. And let's stick it to them. The people.
Ricky Cobb, say his name.
Ricky Cobb.
Say his name.
Ricky Cobb.
The second. Ricky Cobb the second. Amir Locke, say his name.
Amir Locke.
Say his name.
Amir Locke.
Howard Johnson, say his name.
Howard Johnson.
Say his name.
Howard Johnson.
Wardell Handy, say his name.
Wardell Handy.
Shut the don't get it! Shut it down! If nothing don't get it! Shut it down! If people don't get it! Shut it down! Wardell don't get it! Shut it down! If Marcos don't get it! Shut it down! Who street? Our streets! Who street? Our streets! Who street? Our streets! Who street? Our streets! If we don't get it! Shut it down! If we don't get it! Shut it down! If we don't get it! Shut it down!
Okay, we want to say something about Khalil Hazard. He was found dead in a lake out in Crystal Lake after being pulled over by the Robbinsdale police. And next thing you know, He was found dead in a lake. Oh, I'm doing good.
Thank you for everybody coming out. You know, yeah, we trying to get justice from our brother, you know, so appreciate everybody coming out. Yeah, you know, thank you for everybody coming out, you know. I ain't expected to be speaking right now, but you know, damn, it's fucked up. Everybody gotta, you know, the police and everybody gotta be here because of police, you know, so that's just messed up. But you know, like she said, God and justice gonna, you know, it's all gonna work itself out in the long run, you know. So God gonna have a higher power, and you know, justice gonna, you know, everybody gonna get justice. You know, Khalil Azad, you know, say everybody's name in here. You know, everybody who, you know, family got something going on, you know, rock their name out to the fullest, because, you know, it's only us right here. Anybody in here, it's only us. And remember, the whole world gonna be spinning. It's gonna be only us to represent everybody else who's here. You feel me? Who ain't here. So stand on that. Long live my brother, and long live everybody else who out here rocking with us.
Okay, we're gonna have Christian Rivera Cobus family. This brother was found in a prison, dead, and it's just despicable the way they are killing people in the jails and on the street, and they're doing this stuff strategically.
Todos estamos aquí por una sola cosa. We're all here for one reason. Buscar justicia por nuestros familiares. Look for justice for all of our family members. No hay que quedarnos callados, porque no queremos ni uno más. We should not be silenced because we don't want one more stolen life. Agarremos fuerzas de nuestro Señor Dios. We will grab energy and power from our God. Y sigamos hablando por los que han callado. And we'll keep speaking for the people that have stayed quiet. Y no dejemos que nos arrebaten a ni uno más. Ni uno más. And we will not let these people take away our power. Ahora es tiempo de decir, ni uno más, ni uno más. Y alcemos la voz y digamos, ni uno más. Oh, now it is our time to say, not one more, no more. No more. No more. No más familias llorando, no más madres de rodillas llorando por un hijo, no más. Paremos a esta policía, decir, no más, no más. 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 Gracias y sigamos adelante. No hay que rendirnos más.
Christian Rivera Cobus, say his name.
Christian Rivera Cobus.
Say his name.
Christian Rivera Cobus.
Say his name.
Christian Rivera Cobus.
Okay.
We are unstoppable. We are unstoppable. Too many stolen lives. We refuse to close our eyes. Too many stolen lives. We refuse to close our eyes. Too many stolen lives. We refuse to close our eyes.
I will have the mother of Howard Johnson killed by St. Paul police.
My name is Monique. I'm Howard Johnson's mom. I just want to say that I stand in solidarity with all you families. And it is only through God's grace and mercy that we are all out here together. There is strength in numbers, and please, you guys, let's continue to unite and come together, because this is what we need. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, families. We will have the family of Miles Jackson.
Danse, Gananaskamo, Nananaskamo, Napsis, Nanahio, Napsis, Rachel Thunder. So I just greeted you in my traditional language, and we're here as the American Indian movement, as the Indigenous Protectors movement,
to support these indigenous families, these BIPOC brothers and sisters that have lost their lives to these hands on killer cops on stolen land. As indigenous people, we've been fighting these colonial systems for over 530 years.
Because you were colonialized. You got
Miles
colonized.
Jackson,
You fought the colonization.
Christian Rivera. These are just two names and so many of our stolen brothers and sisters. Say their names. Miles Jackson.
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 Christian Rivera.
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 We're here. We're not going to stop being here. We're going to go to Anoka County where these two young lives of these two young brothers been lost. There's something going on in Anoka. Got two young lives lost just in the month of July in a 2-week period. We're going to go there. We're going to demand the body cam footages. We're going to demand the names of every single individual that came in contact with these young brothers. We want logs of where they were, what happened. And we're not going to stop. We're going to stay on them. We're going to stay here in solidarity with our BIPOC brothers and sisters. We're going to show up, and you all are going to show up for us, and together we're going to take down this colonial system. Thank you.
Miles Jackson, say his name.
Miles Jackson.
Say his name.
Miles Jackson.
Say his name.
Miles Jackson.
Christian Rivera, say his name.
Christian Rivera.
Say his name.
Christian Rivera. I'll be marching every day.
Until the justice here to stay.
Until the justice here to stay.
I will not accept defeat.
I will not accept defeat.
So I'ma stay out in these streets.
I'ma stay out in these streets.
I'll be fighting for my life.
I'll be fighting for my life.
Fighting for our human rights.
Fighting for our human rights.
Rain, shine, or snow.
Rain, shine, or snow.
Until the people take control.
Until the people take control.
No good cops in a racist system.
No good cops in a racist system.
No good cops in a racist system.
No good cops in a racist.
We want the family of the community of Yeojong to say a few words, and if you can, please keep it at a minute. We really want to be respectful and make sure every family is able to say something about their loved one, everybody that wants to say something. And Yeojong.
All right, thank you, brothers and sisters. We all came today for the name of justice and for justice for all. Today, let me tell you that on February 11th of this year, Ye Chong shot and killed by the St. Paul police. So let's say his name twice. Say his name. Ye Chong. Say his name. Ye Chong. All right. He was a 65 years old secret war in Laos. He was a Vietnam veteran, disabled, and lived in a public housing in St. Paul. He did not come to this country to be shot by another senseless government in this country.
We got your back. We got your back.
Thank you. Yeah, the officers are Officer Adi Rahman Dahi of the St. Paul Police Department shot Ye Chong 6 times just to be sure that he's dead, because dead men don't talk.
Whoa!
And 6 months later, and there has not been a single justice in Ye Xiong's case. So, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
Racist police. My son Brent was diagnosed in 2011 with a mental illness, schizophrenia, bipolar. We tried to get him help several times. In Sibley County, he had been spiraling. We called police to get help to get him to the hospital. There was over 30 police officers there. A SWAT team broke down his door, went inside, and Brent was shot 9 times, never to talk to us again. We just wanted help for him, and unfortunately, the police just get trigger happy, especially if they don't understand something. Please say his name. Brent. Say his name. Brent. Say his name. Brent. Thank every single one of you.
Winston Smith, say his name.
Winston Smith.
Say his name.
Winston Smith.
Say his name.
Winston Smith.
Hi everyone. As she said, I'm Shatana Cooper. I'm the youngest of 7. My brother, Winston Smith, was ambushed. He was on a date eating at Stella's, and they killed him in Uptown parking ramp, June 3rd, 2021. My brother was a comedian. He loved to make skits, do videos. He was a loving, caring brother. He cared for his family. He cared for his kids, and he was really the provider. You know, I'm the youngest of 7, and they took a part of me. You know, my siblings are a part of me. I feel like they ambushed him because he was walking across, and he walked up the ramp, and to me, I feel like they stalked him because they waited until he got across the parking ramp all the way up to his car, and they ambushed him with 8 cars. They surrounded him, they boxed him in like he was some type of animal. He got shot 12 times with, I don't know nothing about bullets, but the long pointy ones. They shot him 12 times. And my brother, he's tall, he's skinny, you know, that's overkill, that's excessive kill, that was overforce. They used overforce, and he did not deserve that. None of our families deserve that. I just want to thank you all for being out here supporting us, as we said, in solidarity with the families. I really feel for the family of Ricky Cobb II, because if you've seen the video, they boxed him in against the corner, and
My name is Max, and I just have a word. I'm Ricky Cobb II's cousin, and this is a message for everybody. There are many people, many different families, and many different faces, many different colors of people, and many different races. For unity and community and justice, that's for sure. Love and peace, no resistance to deceased. We will give them their peace for sure. Our memories and our thoughts, they will be kept in the air. To the broken rhythm of this twisted system will let us people prevail. Your rainy days and your stormy nights on our people will be no more. All us people will come together, and we will see what is in store. Because our voices, they won't be taken. Our legs, they won't be shaken. Our voices high and mighty, so loud they will be breaking. Freedom fighting, history writing, no, history in the making. Our people won't be shaken. Our voices will not be shaken. This is not history writing. This is history in the making.
Hold up, we want freedom. All these racist ass cops, we don't need them, Hold up, we want freedom. All these racist ass cops, we don't need them, Hold up, we want freedom. All these racist ass cops, we don't need them, Hold up, we want freedom.
want everybody to, she's trying to be shy, but she's standing right over there in the white shirt, right here. So I want everybody to just welcome her. She's been talking for 5 years. So if you don't know the story about Antoine Rose, I need everybody to go back when you're done and you need to look it up and stand in solidarity with her. I met her last year at the Bottom Jean Dela Foundation in Dallas, Texas. He was the one that was murdered. He was sitting on the couch eating ice cream, watching the football game, and the officer came in and shot him because she thought it was her son. So actually she's coming up. So she's going to talk about her son, and I'm so glad.
My 17-year-old was murdered on Facebook Live by being shot 3 times in the back of William suburb outside of Pittsburgh, I really just want to thank Richard and Karen Wells and her entire family and all of the residents from Minneapolis for just welcoming me in and holding my son down. Because when I saw my son's name on the ground, I cried. So I just want to say thank you, and that's the only reason why I came up here, is because I just wanted to tell the Rock family, it's just to share how much I appreciate you. So thank you.
Okay, now we have the sister of
Keeman Taylor.
Keeman Taylor, say his name.
Keeman Taylor.
Say his name.
Keeman Taylor.
Say his name.
Keeman Taylor.
All right, my brother was convicted of 1 count of first-degree murder, 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder related to the shooting of 3 teenagers. So the investigation on his case was botched from the very beginning. The only evidence brought before the grand jury was 2 co-defendants that was coerced by the Minneapolis Police Department to testify falsely on my brother. In fact, one of those co-defendants testified on the stand before the grand jury that he was lying, and that should have been cause for the indictment to be dismissed. How is it possible for the state to charge a person with the highest crime you could be charged with in the state of Minnesota based off of a perjured testimony?
That's right. Come on.
Especially when the whole foundation of the state's case are individuals in which all have something to gain from their testimony with no physical evidence to support their testimony. My brother was convicted and sentenced to life off the word of 3 co-defendants, 2 of them being actual people who committed the murder and crime, and 3 jailhouse informants. All 6 of them gained no prison time or reduced prison sentence by saying what the Minneapolis police needed them to say in order to convict my brother. My brother is not a killer, and he doesn't deserve to die in prison. He's been in there. I made this poster, it was 2 years ago. He's been in there 12 years too long, and we're demanding justice for Keeman Taylor along with all the other families out here standing with us. So I hope the governor, the attorney general, the commissioner know that we're going to get louder and louder until we get justice for our people.
I just want to be a reminder that we all have the exact same enemy in a multitude of ways, whether it's the street, whether it's the school, whether it's the doctor's office, whether it's just out here amongst each other. We all have the same enemy. And I really hope that we can start to be more united in the fight, because there's so much division and the names are compiling. Nothing is changing, not much is stopping. So we need to figure out how we can get everybody together or keep your charge when you're anointed to do so on your own. So if there's people coming around that are slowing the progress, you gotta leave them where they're at and hope they'll see you at the end, because we're getting too slowed down and we need justice like yesterday. So I appreciate everybody, because a lot of people aren't coming out anymore, and that's cool. But there's other things that people can do to get involved and to amplify these stories and to get the things moving that needs to be moved here. Putting people in the seats or removing people from seats and paying attention to what's going on in your community and amplifying our stories is impeccable in this fight. So thank you.
Brian Quinones, say his name.
Brian Quinones.
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 We now will have the brother of Linnell Frazier, who they come through our communities doing these high-speed chases, something they don't do in the royal communities. We will have the brother of Linnell Frazier. Thank you.
Hello, how y'all doing? We all here for the same reason. My story starts with my daughter. My daughter, Donnella Frazier, witnessed a man die. Put her video out in the world, hoping for change. Just only a year later, just to see her own uncle get killed by the police, going 100 miles per hour in a residential area. My daughter recorded George Floyd. She stood there at 17 years old and reported a man died. And she's still suffering from it.
We got her back. We got
And then she see her uncle died. And a year later, by Minneapolis Police Department, going 100 miles per hour down a residential area. The man got 272 months and eligible to go home after 90 days. We sat in courtroom and cried. That's all we could do. So I appreciate y'all coming out and having our back and supporting us, and we need to do this more often, but we need to do it for more good things instead of bad things. We shouldn't have to come together like this. That's all I got to say. Say his name, Linnell Frazier.
Linnell Frazier.
Say his name.
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 Linnell Frazier.
Is there any other families that want to say something? Okay. Delai, say his name.
Delai.
Say his name.
Delai.
Say his name.
Delai.
This is the father of Delai.
Thank you. I really appreciate all of you. We are so happy today to see you guys and supporting us. I wanted to say only one sentence. And that sentence it is, we know all of these police why they are looking at us. Because they are cowards, they are killers.
That's right.
They just kill our youth. And so we have to know one finger another wash the face. There's a time. But if you use 5 hands, you can wash your face in a second. That it means we have to stick together and fight together.
Thank you, Bailey. Delai, say his name.
Delai.
Lives they matter here.
Lives they matter here.
Latinx lives they matter here. Trans lives they matter here.
So we just want to take a second. Make sure you all got water. Make sure you're all feeling good. Make sure we're all standing in solidarity for all stolen lives here in the state of Minnesota. We're demanding justice for Ricky Cobb, Cornell Handy, Camilla Scott. We're demanding in mass incarceration, close the racial wealth gap right now, reparations now, and qualified immunity now. Community control of the police now. Rent control now. No justice. No justice. No racist. No racist. No racist. No racist. We're demanding that Governor Walz fire the state trooper that fired recklessly into the car of Ricky Cobb on July 31st. We're demanding justice right now. We're demanding that he be fired in charge. We're demanding that Hennepin County Attorney Mary Moriarty bring charges to the killer KKK state trooper that killed Ricky Cobb. We're demanding justice for Marcos, who died in a high-speed chase. We're demanding an end to all high-speed chases here in the state of Minnesota because they keep taking lives. We're demanding justice for Howard Johnson. We're demanding justice for Cordell Handy. We're demanding justice for Justin Tigan. Free Marvin Hayes, free Bubble, end mass incarceration. Now, abolish the police. Now, abolish jails and prisons. Now, no justice. No justice. Cut the check. Now. Cut the check. When? Now. When? Now. When? Now. When? Now. Reparations. When? Now. When? Now. When? Now. When? Now. Justice. When? Now. When? Now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. But now. When? Now. When? Now. All right, we're gonna keep moving. All right.
Thank you, Tashira. I want to thank Tashira and everybody else that have came here. It's unfortunate that we're all here for the same reason, grieving our loved one by the hands of law enforcement, and then to have to live the rest of our lives with our children, our family, grieving, seeing a part of my other children being gone. The piece of them, when they took my 14-year-old son, yeah, they don't discriminate age. He was 6 days into his 14th birthday when they killed him in a high-speed chase. He was a passenger in a vehicle. But they take a part of the family, the relatives, and the community, and then wonder why nobody can trust them. Because they justify what they do, they unhumanize our loved ones to make them to be out the bad ones, and they have no compassion or regards for our loved one's life. What humanity is in that? And then they are here to protect us. We need to get justice for all our families. Thank you, Tashira.
Thank you. We're gonna have the sister of Dantelo Wright, who was killed by Minneapolis police.
Hello everyone, my name is Zeta. I'm here to represent my brother, Dantelo Wright, and my family, who unfortunately, these events are way too traumatizing to come to. I'm sure a lot of us understand that pain. Oddly enough, his name sounds all too familiar because of Dante Wright, who was killed by Brooklyn Center Police in 2021. My brother was killed by Brooklyn Center Police in 2012. Same police department, same name. So in 2021, when it happened again, we were hit with another ton of bricks. Please look up my brother's story. I stand in solidarity with all the families today. I would just like to say that we're all here to fight for tangible change. Unfortunately, we all share the wound that will never heal, but I'm tired of them putting salt in our wounds by continuing to try to desensitize us, break up our families, take our brothers, our husbands, our uncles from our families. Is not fair. And I'm calling all able bodies. I don't mind what you look like, who you love, it doesn't matter. We are all at risk if you don't look like the white man. And even then, we are still being hunted. And we pay their salaries. So do not just continue to let this happen to our communities and to our families. Please come out and, like Ashley said, join a fight. It doesn't matter if it's on the front lines, in the street, when she calls and you have press conferences, please just join a fight in your community.
Listen!
Dantelo Wright, say his name.
Dantelo Wright.
Say his name.
Dantelo Wright.
Say his name.
Dantelo Wright.
So we have the significant other of Cornelius Jackson, who was wrongfully incarcerated, with us today. Alyssa, thank you.
Thank you all. My name is Alyssa Washington, fiance of Cornelius Jackson. We're the founders of the wrongfully incarcerated and over-sentenced Families Council MN. You know, we're all here today together demanding justice for all stolen lives from police brutality and from the justice system, the prosecutor's office. They're all the same system. This whole damn system is guilty as hell. You know, it's all the same of everyone, all of them. You know, we help put these people in these seats, and we're demanding that they open up these cases like now, that they should have been opening up. The corruption within the Minnesota Department of Corrections facilities, all of it. The deaths that are occurring there, the treatment that they're undergoing, it needs to stop. If you guys are interested in learning more, we have a tent over there that has hot dogs and more information of what we do as an organization. And thank you all. Free corn!
Free corn!
Free corn!
Free corn!
Free corn!
Free corn!
All right, now, okay, we have the family of Teclay Sunberg, who is also, and guess what? We're changing the name from murder, I'm calling it what it is, which is modern day lynchings. So Teclay Sunberg, who was lynched in a mental health crisis by the Minneapolis police, his mother Cindy. Thank you.
I stand in solidarity with everyone else here and know the horror of losing a son by an executioner, snipers that killed him in his mental health crisis. And I stand here wanting to scream at white Minnesota, because you gotta get out here, you gotta stand for justice, you gotta say no more, you need to look at everybody in this state as an equal human, and it needs to stop. Your silence allows it to continue. Your staying at home allows it to continue. You going about your life on a daily basis, turning a blind eye, allows it to continue. Say his name. Teclay Sunberg.
Teclay Sunberg.
Say his name.
Teclay Sunberg.
Say his name.
Teclay Sunberg.
Say his name.
Teclay Sunberg.
We now have the family of A.J. Stewart, who was killed by a white supremacist on the east side of St. Paul. The officers always, what's that man's name? Earl Gray. Earl Gray always defends the police. And so we know that this man has affiliation with the police. So they don't necessarily hold a police title when they kill, but they're affiliated with the police and they're white supremacists. He was running around calling people niggers before he decided to kill her son, stab him in his heart over a parking spot. And we have his mother, Tabitha, here with us today. She's been riding it out with us. And it's messed up because it's like, it wasn't like quote unquote black on black crime, community violence, but it wasn't police violence. So it's like Tabitha just get kind of stuck in the ruffles and it's not fair, but we're gonna be here for her and we're gonna stand up for AJ. AJ Stewart, say his name.
AJ Stewart.
Say his name.
AJ Stewart.
Say his name.
AJ Stewart.
And we'll hear from his mother, Tabitha.
Hello everyone. As Mr. Shirley was just saying, my son's case was deliberately hidden from this state. They denied all levels of telecommunications, videography, audio. It was not allowed. It was told that if there were to use of any court information, that they would be in trouble. My son just went through my son's trial just got over May 31st. You may have seen the clipping on the Fox News of the actual video that just got released. It's been a year and a half they're just allowing me to know that much of information. My son was deliberately stalked and stabbed by a veteran, and he got off and only got probation. I have been asking the prosecutors to go back and fight. Give me new prosecutors. John Choi denied everything and told me that they are not going to fight. So I am here to ask, in solidarity, in the heart of every parent,
in the heart of everyone that's in this community. I don't care what side of town you are in.
What affects one of us, it affects all of us.
We got your back.
We are your back.
Even though my son was not killed by an officer, this man was deliberately protected by Ramsey County.
the entire officials, everyone, from the mayor, from the prosecutor, from the judge. I need everyone to remember my son's name. Please make calls. Please look up Justice for AJ's page. You will see more information. My heart goes out to you all, because I am in the same shoes that you are standing in, and I will be front line fighting your fight with you. It's not just your fight, this is our fight.
Lights and my prayers. I remember you was conflicted. And she was the best of the strength. There's a looseness all around. So, got some lives and a little good and correct.
Y'all just rock from side to side being
Take the back of the bed. Sweeter than cheese.
Oh, give it up for Twin Cities Release! Give it up for Twin Cities Release! Get it, child. We made it all the way down to the Capitol. Hey!
Try your eyes, never let up. Forgive, but don't forget, girl, keep your head up. And when he tells you you ain't happy, don't believe. And if you can't learn to love, then you should leave. Cause sister, you know me. And I ain't trying to gas you up, I just want to see. You know what makes me up?